Hi there, it's Jen, and it is Friday, April 18th. Welcome to my live. If you're there with me, let me know. If you're catching the replay later, let me know. So I go live every Friday here on Facebook and YouTube and show a Stampin' Up card from start to finish. So before I do that, what I want to do is do a quick draw from anybody who commented on last week's card. And let me just show you last week's card. It was this card here, really cute little retro type card. Let me just show you the inside. Happy birthday, super cute. So anyone who commented, liked, or shared my video last week will be in the draw automatically for this week. So I'm just going to share my screen here and we will get going here. And that's what you'll do for this week as well. If you want to get in on the draw, as long as you are Canadian and not a demonstrator, you can win. So June Sheldrake, yay! Congratulations to June. So let me just get that down and then I can stop the share. June, you won that card. Like I said, to get in on this week's draw, all you have to do is comment, like, or share. And hello to Nicole, who's joining me today. Do you have any weather today, Nicole? I certainly do here in Kingston. But that's fine. It's a holiday, right? Hopefully for people. I have a few things I want to show you and talk to you about today. So just a quick note. If you have your catalog, let me know because I'm marking down who has them, what people I've sent them to. If you don't have it because you didn't request it or hasn't arrived, and you did request it, let me know. In case I want to get you a catalog, if you don't have a demonstrator already, I would be happy to get you that. Okay, so today I'm going to do a card. Well, here, let's do this first. Also, that the other catalogs are retiring. There's things retiring from them. And I printed a list in my newsletter this week. I mean, the best way really is to look in the online store, but I have done up a little list for you. So if you got my last issue of the newsletter, if you didn't, you can go to my website and just sign up. I'll make sure to add that. Actually, I'm gonna just make a quick note. I grabbed a notepad today to make a quick note of all the things. Sometimes I get off and I go, what did I say I was gonna do? And I've got to rewatch. So let me just add newsletter to anyone who signs up. Okay, so I'm just adding that in there. Hello, Viola. I did get your message, Viola, and I haven't responded yet because I have to think about it. So let me just quickly add here. Here we go. There's, if you want to get my newsletter, stampwithjenn.com, and you can get that and you'll be able to get that newsletter. Okay, so I said in my newsletter that today I would talk about one of the new colors. So here is the In Color. So the In Color collection is kind of unique with Stampin' Up. What they do is every 2 years, they bring in 5 new colors. So for example, the 2024-2026 color collection, which I was mistaken last week or the week before, is continuing to 2026. Yay, because I love all these colors. And then the 2025-2027 starts this year, and these are the colors. So they're Cloud Cover, Darling Duckling, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and Timid Tiger. Now of those, Strawberry Slush, which is this one here, is a returning color, and I'm going to I'm going to, well, I might want to decorate. It's a very pretty color today with that. So just, the lights look a little dark. I'm just going to see, how does it look on your end, you guys? I've got all my lights on here. Okay, so I have here, in addition to the actual cardstock, which looks messy because I've already gotten into it. I've done this little thing before where I basically compare the colors. So those are the actual cardstock colors. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be showing these on a live. So I'm going to start with this one today, just one. And so I want to just show you what they look like compared. No, that's not better. Let me just turn that one up. What they look like compared to other colors in the collection. So it's kind of a pinky red is how I would describe Strawberry Slush. Very pretty color. But if you look at it like compared to real red, you can definitely see there's more pink to it. Same with Poppy Parade, which to me is a pinky red. But this is more of a pinky red, and this is more of a reddy pink, if you will. And then I thought we'll compare it to an actual pink, which is Flirty Flamingo. It actually is a nice color combination, those two colors together. And then compared to another more pinky color, you can see this is more pink and this is more red. And then I thought I'll compare it to a more purple color too, so you can see that, and that is a Berry Burst. So it's definitely more purple. So hopefully that gives you some idea of how that color looks. Now, of course, when you compare colors side by side, it actually sort of changes the color anyways. So in isolation, it might look different, or it might look different up against another color. But roughly, people want to know how close is it to real red, for example. And I would say it's not close at all. The closest color I would say here is probably Melon Mambo, but even that, it's not really close, because this is definitely more of a pink, and this has definitely got more of a red hue to it. And it also depends on what you pair it with. So today I'm actually going to pair it with Pretty in Pink. And you'll see, let me pull out the cardstock here, how that changes the look of it too. So there is Pretty in Pink with it. So you can see it definitely makes it look more pinky than if I compared it with, say, a redder color. Okay, and the cardstock I'm going to use, the designer series paper, is this one here. It's called Unbounded Love. It is in the catalog, and it's not listed on the retiring list, but it isn't in the catalog either. So I'm assuming we're going to get that going to the online exclusives. And I'm using a sheet of Pretty in Pink designer series paper with that. Just pull that over. And you get another sneak peek as well. Let me see, there's a few sneak peeks in here today. So there's the cardstock, there's this stamp set here, which I'm going to use. This is coming up in the May online exclusives. It's called You Are Remarkable, and it's got this pretty two-step stamping stamp and a bunch of different images in there. So sometimes the simplest things mean the most. You are remarkable in every single way. Friends are flowers in the garden of life. And what I like about this is they're kind of vertical greetings, right? A lot of times we have them horizontal, but these ones kind of go down, so they're cool. So I've got a card I'm going to make with this, and then I've got another one that I've made that I'll show you as well. And here is another sneak peek. This one's called The Right Words, again coming out in May, and it's just got a bunch of different greetings. Now there's sort of half sympathy and half, you know, I miss you, I'm thinking of you, all that kind of stuff, and there's a happy birthday. I won't read them all to you, but I'll just zoom in for a second so you can see them. But it is a great set, and I like it because there's interior words that you can use as well. So like some of these verses and stuff. So I'm going to use one of those on there too. Okay, what else do I want to show you? Oh yeah, the gems will be another sneak peek, and yeah, something else. Okay, so starting with Pretty in Pink cardstock, and I'm just going to check on your comments there. Hello, Rita, how are you? Nice to see you too. I'm just taking a sip of water. I'm going to move that cardstock out of the way so I don't drop it. I'm going to start, this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock cut in half, what I call hamburger way. So it is short and fat. It's typically how I make most of my cards. Sometimes I'll fold them a long skinny way hot dog. So like that. Then I have a piece of that beautiful Strawberry Slush. It really does look like a pinky color next to that Pretty in Pink. And then I have a piece of Basic White, which is a 1/4 inch smaller than that. So this is 5 1/4 by 4. This is 5 by 3 3/4. And then I've got a piece of Basic White, which is 1 1/4 by 5 to match that. Okay, so I'm going to start by stamping here this beautiful stamp set, and I'm going to do the memento. So tell me, everybody, what your plans are for Easter. Are you doing anything for Easter weekend? And I'm going to just lay this piece here because I'm going to put it there, and I just want to make sure I have the right amount of room. And I'll tell you what we're doing in a second too. So I'm just going to stamp the outline first. It's a beautiful flower. Ta-da, gorgeous. And then I'm going to get one of these vertical greetings while I've got the black out, and I'm going to stamp it on here like this. This one is Friends are the flowers in the garden of life. Beautiful saying. And there's this adorable little bee that I'm going to add here as well on top. So let me just hold that up so you can see it. So cute. Look at that little bee. So cute. And that paper's beautiful. Sort of a background in there. Okay, so to color this is what's nice about two-step stamping. You don't actually need to color. So I'm going to grab my Strawberry Slush. Love the name of that, Strawberry Slush. And I'm going to ink up the flower part. And then because this is photopolymer, it's pretty easy to sort of hover over top of it and see where it is. And even if it's not perfect, it's okay. It's like an artsy image, right? So with photopolymer, you want to let it sit and seep for a second, then pull it off. Beautiful. Just pull that up. Don't forget too that with these darker colors, a lot of times it takes a few minutes for it to dry to show the true color of it. So we'll give it a minute, and I'll show it again. And I'm going to grab Granny Apple Green. So are you telling me your Easter plans? I'm not looking yet. Are you having any Easter plans? Are you doing a meal? Are you going somewhere? Okay, so again, I'm going to just line this up. It just takes a second. Here we go. Granny apple green. You could color this if you want to too, but why, right? This is so easy. And then of course we're going to bring in the pretty in pink to make all the colors match. That's what I love about Stampin' Up stuff. And I'm going to do the center of the flower with the pretty in pink. How pretty is that already? Okay, and then when I have the Granny Apple Green out, this stamp set has a set of little dots, and I love little dots. They're just great for adding texture and dimension to an image and just sort of filling in what I would call white spaces around an image. So you can see that I'm inking it, and then without inking it, I've stamped it again. So you get this beautiful little flecking kind of thing all over. It's very pretty. Let's see what you guys are saying. Thank you, Rita, for sharing. Nicole likes having the inner words or greetings. Me too. So I'm going to leave the Strawberry Slush out for that. Attended services for Good Friday, nice, and Easter, and she sings in church. Oh, nice. And dinner with family for Easter. And voted today. Oh, wow, you had a busy day. Hello, Alexina, I think is how to say it, from Nova Scotia. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so we've got that part. We got this part. Here's another sneak peek. This is the 2025-2027 in color markers. These are going to become really important because you may have already heard this from other demonstrators. I don't know if you watch other demonstrators or not, but of these 5 in colors, this one here, Cloud Cover, which might be my second favorite. It's like a blue-gray. I can't actually wait to show you the comparison of that because it's very pretty. Very soft blue, almost a gray. But there's some quality issues with the ink pads. Stampin' Up does some rigorous testing on the ink pads. And close to the time it was about to be released, they said, hey, it's not meeting our quality standards. The ink isn't stable. It's changing colors. So they've pulled it from the line. So it's not going to be available when the catalog is released. I don't think so. Anyways, it's still a couple weeks away, but they're working on fixing it. So hopefully it will come. So there'll be only 4 in color ink pads available, but the cardstock is all available. And this is a great way to get the ink pad color is with just a marker, because you can use a marker and you can use a marker to color a stamp. So, but you can also use a marker to just color. So I don't want cloud cover on here. I don't have any cloud cover. But I am going to grab the Strawberry Slush, and there will be blends markers, and all the other things will be in that color. So you can definitely make things match. So I'm just going to color in the little bee with Strawberry Slush. And yes, I know bees are not Strawberry Slush, but a yellow bee is just not going to match. So we had to just make it the match. You know, this is art, so we can make it be whatever we want. Okay, so I'm going to add this piece, and I will get the list of supplies out for this. Most likely it'll be on my blog or YouTube channel prior to being on my blog. I don't know that tape is coming out at all. I just changed it. There we go. This hasn't had a good run yet. So this is going to go right up in here. And the reason I put this piece on before I attach it all to the card is because if there's any little overhang on here, then I can trim that off. I see I'm a little bit crooked, but that's okay. That is okay. I figure if anyone's looking that closely, they just don't deserve the card, do they? Because it is handmade. It's not going to be perfect. So hello, Lorraine. How are you today? Nice to see some faces I don't normally see because people are off work, right? Okay, so this now is going to go onto the Strawberry Slush quarter sheet here. And don't forget at the end, I've got actually 2 versions to show you of this. So there we go, pretty. And then more tape here. And another sneak peek coming up in just a second. And then on the pretty in pink base, very lovely card. How pretty is that? Okay, so here's the other little sneak. Oh, and we have to do the inside, of course. Let's do the inside first. So I'm going to take another quarter sheet of basic white, and I'm going to take my reading from this one that I told you about at the beginning called The Right Words. And we'll do the Strawberry Slush. I'm having trouble saying that. Strawberry Slush. It says, to someone we're celebrating every single day. Wouldn't that be a nice card to give to somebody? So I'm going to give that a second to dry before I put it in the card. So here's another sneak peek. These are called Strawberry Slush. Oh, I did it. And Pretty in Pink Gems. So check out those. They're very pretty. I can't see them against there. Let's put them against the white. So there's kind of a white with gold flecks, and then a pretty in pink, and then a strawberry slush. They're so pretty. So that's where I got the idea for the color combination, was from the gems. So you can see I've already used quite a few of the strawberry slush. As a demonstrator, what we do a lot of times is we make cards and we share them with each other, and as swap cards. So like I would make 15 of one design and someone else would make 15 of another design, and then we would share them. And that way we all get designs of things we can use. So there's that. Let me just show you that. So pretty. I'm going to add 2 more things here to it, plus the inside piece. And here we go. So I've already used a bunch of the strawberry slush on another card. I'm going to add Wink of Stella to the wings. It's like a glitter pen. You might not be able to see it on camera, but it just makes it so pretty. And this is just an easy way to add a little something. I'm just adding strips here. Plus it kind of matches the glimmeriness, that's a word, of the gems. I'm just going to hold it side to side and see if that glimmer doesn't appear magically. Not sure if it will. Okay, so let's grab, I'm going to put these aside. I'm going to put this one on the inside, and then I'll show you my alternate 2 samples. You guys can tell me what you think. So that fits perfectly in there. That's 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, so very pretty. So here is my alternate ones. So here's one. It's exactly the same, except for I did the colors opposite. So I did the card base Strawberry Slush, and I did the matte Pretty in Pink. So which do you prefer? Which do you like? Do you like the Pretty in Pink base or the Strawberry Slush, or does it make no difference whatsoever? What do you think? And the gems are slightly different, and because I usually put them where I feel there's white space, so I felt there's more white space right there and more on that other side. So, but other than that, the cards are identical. So tell me which ones you prefer. And then another color combination that I wanted to try is here. I'm just going to peel this out of my plastic here. And this is Lemon Lolly with Strawberry Slush. So for this one, I did the same idea. This one is with Soft Seafoam, Lemon Lolly card base, and I did a little bit of Lemon Lolly in the background, and then the little bee. So the bee worked here yellow this time, and then I actually added dots of the Wink of Stella all to those little dots there, and so it's really glittery. I really love this combination, I gotta tell you. So just more of a contrast in this one. So tell me what you think. What do you prefer? So let's see, the darker matte, so the one I just did. Pretty in Pink for sure. Yeah, I like the vertical greeting too. Nicole says, me too. Love the colors of the card. Yeah, me too. They're really pretty, happy kind of colors, aren't they? That Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink. It's very nice. I actually can't wait to do some other things. If I pull this thing back in again, I do think Flirty Flamingo will be nice with that as well. These are here just to show you. I don't think I would pair those with Strawberry Slush. But so this is more of just a comparison, not necessarily what I would put with those. So I'll put that there, and I'll just read the rest of your comments, and I'll tell you what I'm doing for Easter. Let's see, darker matte, so that one too. Darker base, Vila says. They're all pretty, Lorraine says. Well, that's good, Lorraine. It's hard to choose, I know. So for Easter, what we're doing is next weekend is when I have my family come here. I just couldn't work it out this weekend with my brother and sports teams and stuff like that. So next weekend we'll have them all here. This weekend we're taking my husband's parents and some friends to a place called the Renaissance here in Kingston. It's an old church that they have doctored up, and they do food and stuff in, and they have like an Easter buffet, and it's really lovely. It's all candlelit and it's very pretty, and it'll just be a very festive kind of thing. So yeah, tell me what you're doing even after I go off live here. So happy Easter weekend, everyone. May you have lovely time doing whatever you're doing. And I thank you very much for joining me. And please join me again, where I will dive into more of these colors. So here they are again. I'll just pull them out. I'll put my Strawberry Slush on top. Nope, doesn't want to go on top. I'll put this on top. Just want to hide my preview here of the colors, but I'll delve into all of those at some point, so you'll see them all. And thanks again for joining me. I will see you all again next week. Take care. Bye-bye now. Happy Easter.